Amen. I want to say thank you to all of you in the church family for supporting what's going to happen the last 2.5 weeks. You are going to hear hopefully some reports. I hope folks will share. We've got some blank time here. But I want to thank you folks who are here who didn't go on any of these trips. And you might be sitting here thinking, well, I don't want to hear all this stuff, and I didn't go. You had a great part because you were praying for folks out there when we went. And so many miracles, so many things that the Lord did. It had to be work of the work behind the scenes. And your prayers were very important. So thank you for that. So when you folks share stuff, realize you prayed for it. So thank you. We're going to first share with you the group from Placerville, California. If you're visiting with us today, June the 6th, we got in vans and we drove from here to Placerville, California, and stopped on the way in various places, but and stayed overnight in churches. Thanks to Chris arranging all these things. And you're already a travel agent, as you know. But, thank you for that. And all the folks who went to the Placerville trip and were out there traveling that way, please stand up so everybody knows who you are. So, I mean, a lot of you, most of you, are you here? Yeah. Now you know who to call them to stop. Now you be seated. You know who you are. Others who perhaps are not here this morning for some reason or other. But anyone want to share something about that trip to California? What you found there? What God showed you? Maybe how He ministered to somebody else while you were out there? And I think there's a slideshow they're going to show at some point too. So, and by the way, there's a microphone here. So we'd like to share something about the Placerville trip. By the way, Placerville is near Lake Tahoe, Northern California. And I thought it'd be a nice, cool place, but it's just as dry as the rest of California, and not real hot. It was warm enough, but it was very dry, no rain. Exact opposite of the next place we go. We'd like to begin by sharing something about your trip. Yes. Josh, let me give you this just so folks can hear.
All right. I just want to start out by thanking everybody for letting us go on this trip. It was a really long trip and everything, driving out there. It was really good to be able to go out there. I wanted to thank y'all for praying and for supporting us financially and just for giving food and everything. And I just wanted to share about one thing that really stuck out to me was we were sharing at a park there in Placerville. We got to go there one day, and there was a group of 3 homeless people there. And Natalie, I don't know if Natalie was in here or not, but she went up there and she got me and Hunter Hutchins and Ashley to go up there too. And we got to talk to them, and they were just really lost. One of them, the name was Alex. He was the one who actually understood what we were talking about the most. But he was just really upset. He's homeless, and he said he wanted us to pray that he's able to find he actually got hit by a car a month or so ago walking through the town, and he said that he really wants us to pray that he finds a wife and also is able to get off the streets because he's tired of being on the streets. So just pray for him. And also a lady, Amber, was there too, and she was one of the most lost people I've ever talked to in my life. And it was really hard to talk to her because she didn't really understand anything we were talking about. She said she's a scientist, and she said all kinds of things that she was, but she was just really lost, and it was just hard to see somebody like that. And also a guy named Nick, Hunter tried to pray with him, and he said that praying is witchcraft, and it was just really sad to be able to see that. But I just wanted to thank y'all so much for letting us go and just pray for those people, because without y'all praying, we wouldn't have been able to have those opportunities.
Someone else wanted to share something about Placerville. You see the pictures as you go by this trip out there, where we slept on the vans and so forth. Any others? Who wants to share something about the block parties we had? We had 3 block parties. Who wants to share about that? That's
I will, Doctor, just so
Yeah.
maybe somebody else will talk, come and talk at her. So the block parties, we went to different apartment complexes that were nearby, and it was really neat. You saw the video a second ago where they went around and kind of showed what everybody was doing. Everybody kind of had their own task, and each night the kids were great about going ahead and getting their stuff together, getting out there, getting set up, taking care of things. We didn't have to go around and say, hey, make sure you're doing this, make sure you're doing that. They did that, and they did it very well, and that was just an opportunity for them to go and minister and to share, and just to show their leadership and what they're learning and what they're doing. So just to be able to see that was a blessing to me in our own group, and just to see, like Josh was talking, conversations they had, and the different things that happened. It was just so great to see just God working in the lives of our own students, and just see them come along as leaders, come along in their faith, and just to grow. And that's just a testament to this church and just your support, and we really do appreciate it, because traveling the thousands of miles we did, we would have never made it the way we did without your prayers and your support and just God's hand of provision over that. So I hope somebody else is going to talk, because somebody else needs to.
The block party were in the apartments, and basically the state convention has a trailer, which is amazing. I don't know what the convention had, but California did, and it's a huge, large trailer, and in that trailer are all the supplies you need to have a block party. A snow cone machine, they had the grilled hot dogs out in that apartment, so and they had a grill, in it, and tents to set up, new tents that had been rained, but everything was in that self-enclosed trailer, so we just pulled to the various apartments each night. And the pastor of the church is very interested in reaching the people in those apartment complexes that are near his church. One would not let him in for months and months until apparently the leadership of the apartments or someone higher up said, we need to involve our people. And they thought, have a block party. So they asked him to bring us in there. We were invited to come in and have a block party, which is basically just they do face painting and fun things, bounce houses for the kids, and just a great time. But then at the end, when all that stuff stopped, and the pastor got up and gave an evangelistic message of what Christ is all about. Now, we didn't know of any, didn't see actual decisions there. It's kind of limited to do that, but it sure gave his church an opportunity, which is just a hop, skip, and jump. Two apartments right next to it, one's a little further away, but they can come to that church now and be aware that folks in that church care about them. Some of those folks in those apartments are very needy people on government help. Some have jobs, but they need more than anything Christ. So thank you for letting us have that involvement with that. And I thought how neat that was. We could do that here. I don't know if we have a block party trailer up at our convention, but we could pull up to a group of homes and have a party type of thing and invite kids, have them have fun, and then tell them about Jesus. So I don't know if we want to do that, but possibilities there. Who else wants to share anything about classes?
First, I'd like to just thank everybody, especially for the prayers. For just, there ain't no way we could have went that far, without having next to hardly any issues. But like Bill said, the last night for the block party, it was the biggest turnout, and they had he had a hard time getting into that for like a few years, but it was a really, really big turnout, and we just need to stay in prayer that those people that we reached out there was, they'll come to the church, because ultimately, we're only there for a very short time. That's the church that they're going to reach back to, and they was getting ready to have a VBS in a week or two, and we went to a park one of the last days, trying to reach people with VBS, and we had some people that really seemed like they would want to show up, but for the most part, it seemed like it was more people just refusing, and some of the people out there is just really, really lost as far as from what I can take away from that. So if we just stay in prayer for really everybody out there in California.